Opening in theaters this week from Universal Pictures is the journalism drama She Said, and here's my review. One of the biggest game changers in recent Hollywood history was the collapse of Harvey Weinstein. Thanks to hard-working reporters and the bravery of women who decided to tell their story, this powerful producer who sexually assaulted several women was brought down. Adapting Jodi Kantor and Megan Tui's book about how they broke the story, She Said is able to be a gripping recreation and a fascinating look into how difficult stories were written by the press. This is a film that could have fallen into the trap of being dry, but director Maria Schrader avoids that hurdle. A key component of why the film works is due to the two leads. The screenplay credited to Rebecca Linkwitz spends enough time with Kantor and Tui and allows us to understand their life and perspective before heading into this investigation. Carey Mulligan is fantastic at showing Tui's anger at her dealings with Weinstein's people, while Zoe Kazan shows how the women Kantor interviewed trusted her. The movie is able to depict the difficulty of this assignment and how, for the women Weinstein abused, it was not as easy as simply picking up the telephone and calling the journalist. She Said successfully portrays the many requirements that go into telling an investigative newspaper story. We're shown almost every step taken, including what the reporters have to say to the people they're interviewing, and all the legal discussions that have to go on before a story goes to print. This never becomes dull to watch, and that's largely a credit to Schrader's direction. The New York Times office especially stands out as a principal location for the journalists, and scenes of people talking in office rooms accomplish the task of looking surprisingly cinematic. Throughout the film, the looming presence of Harvey Weinstein is felt, even though we only hear his voice or see an actor portray him from behind. One of the most chilling moments in the film is when we hear actual audio from when model Ambra Gutierrez secretly recorded Weinstein. As Tui and Kantor investigate further, things get more tense as it's uncertain if or when Weinstein plans to retaliate against them to stop the story. She Said also effectively uses flashbacks when the women explain what happened, with Samantha Morin delivering a particularly memorable monologue as she talks to Kantor. When Weinstein keeps delaying his response to the Times, one absolutely shares in the journalist's frustrations. Admittedly, it's a little ironic to have a Hollywood film tell this story, considering how much the industry likely hid Weinstein's repulsive actions. However, as a piece of filmmaking about reporters digging into a mounting story, She Said delivers in its principal goal. We're invested in the entire journalistic endeavor, and it does a good job showing Megan Tui and Jodi Kantor going through the process of finding these women and want to make sure what they experienced is made public. The film successfully builds and builds, and even manages to make people proofreading, giving slight tweaks to an article, something fascinating to watch unfold. She Said takes the story and gives it the respectability it needs.